Welcome back, Minties. This is Omar from Near Mint Condition, and today I'm going to do part 1 of my top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnibus countdown. That's right, I'm going to talk about comic books that I want to see in Omnibus format. Now, before I start the list though, I am not going to talk about any X titles. You won't see any on this list. I'm going to make that a separate video because that X titles need to be their own video. And I'm not going to do any omnibuses that I know are probably going to come out, like a 90% chance of coming out, like Jason Aaron's Thor, or Fantastic Four Volume 4 by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, or Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5. Leaving those out, I'm talking about the titles that I want to see next come out. So, stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. Now, before I start the list, like I mentioned earlier, there were some rules. And one more set of rules. I'm not going to add books like ROM or Micronauts on this list. As much as I love to have Micronauts collected, probably won't happen for a few years because of the licenses. So, this is the kind of things that I enjoy thinking about all day. Not all day. Usually when I'm at work, when I'm in a meeting, or I'm supposed to be doing something important, like watching my kids at Girl Scouts. But anyway, no, these are the things I think about constantly, like how I would map these out. So, and how many volumes would it take, and just imagining them on my shelf. And I can't be the only one, right? I mean, you guys do this too, right? We daydream about these things, and then when some of them finally get announced, you're like, yes, I thought of that 5 years ago. As I stated the rules earlier, nothing easy like Fantastic Four Volume 4, because more than likely we're gonna get that. So let's talk about some of these. This is my list. I'd love to know what you guys would put on this list. So I'm going to do a countdown. This is my top 20. So we're going to go 20 to 11. I'd love to know what you guys would have put in your top 20, your top 10. You can add those in the comments in this video or in part 2 where we'll have the from 10 to number 1. So starting off the list, we're going to go with Darkhawk. That's right, 90s Darkhawk. So see you guys later that just left the video because I went with Darkhawk. That is Danny Fingeroth and Mike Manley and Todd Smith. And by the way, I've also mapped these out a little bit. So with that being said, we just collect Darkhawk issue 1 through 50. That's it. One big fat omnibus. That's all we need. Darkhawk. Number 19, Nova. The Sam Alexander years. I know, don't kill me. I love Rich Rider. I love him. And I would love to have his classic stuff, but I don't think it's enough for an omnibus. With the Sam Alexander years, he kind of grew on me after a while. I know he was created by Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness, but eventually Duggan and other writers took over the run that made me actually care for the character. And more than likely, we might see him in a future movie, this version of Nova. So that's why I'm going with this. So I would collect issues 1 through 31, annual number 1 in the special, and Iron Man the 2013 special, Uncanny X-Men 2013 special, that was the big crossover event, and then Nova, the 2016 series, 1 through 11. That would be one big fat omnibus. I would love to see Marvel do that. Another one, number 18, Alpha Flight, Volume 2. This one by Bill Mantlo and James Hudnall, who recently passed away. So we have, this would collect Alpha Flight 30 through 80 and include issues 1 and 2 of the annuals and Avengers 272. And you know what? All proceeds from this should go to the Bill Mantlo fund that's going on right now. I would love for Marvel or DC to do this, especially with artists and writers that have had some unfortunate events happen in their life. It would be really cool for one of these big publishers to do something like this. Like, I'm sure when I do a DC run, I will talk about the William Messner Loeb's run on Wonder Woman and Flash, and I think all proceeds of that should go to him, because I mean the guy was homeless for a while. But yeah, Bill Mantlo suffered a car accident. He's living in, his brother's taking care of him, and they have a fundraiser going on right now. And I'll put that in the description of the video too if you want to help. Very awesome writer on Alpha Flight and on Incredible Hulk. Number 17, Captain Marvel, the Peter David run. So this is the third Captain Marvel. This is Janice Vale. And he first appeared in Annual 6 of Silver Surfer. So we're going to put that in there. So what I would collect here is Silver Surfer, Annual number 6 and issue 90, Cosmic Powers number 4, Captain Marvel, the miniseries 1995, 1 through 6, Avengers Unplugged number 5, Captain Marvel, the 2000 series, issues 0 through 35, and then Captain Marvel, the 2002 follow-up, issues 1 through 25, in New Thunderbolts 18 and Thunderbolts 100 when he joins the team. And I think those probably have to be 2 Omnis. So there you go, Marvel. Just map these out for you. Number 16, The Mighty Thor. Not by Jason Aaron, but by Tom DeFalco and Ron Frenz. So this could be split up into 2 Omnis. I think Tom DeFalco, probably maybe 3 Omnis if they want to do a Thunderstrike Omnibus. But I think Tom DeFalco's run on The Mighty Thor was very underrated. I feel like he doesn't get a lot of love. There are some collections of the epics coming out that are collecting some of this stuff. But anyway, I would collect Thor 383 to 459, annuals 14 through 17, make that into 2 Omnis, and if you want it, a Thunderstrike Omnibus with issues 1 through 24. Now, I know his Sons is in the current Asgardians of the Galaxy, but this is the original Thunderstrike. Number 15, Sleepwalker by Bob Budiansky. I was a big fan of this character in the 90s, very interesting powers. So I would collect issues 1 through 33, the Holiday Special, Quasar 27, Spider-Man 22, Adjectiveless Spider-Man from the 90s, Darkhawk 19 through 20, and Secret Defenders 4 through 5. One big omnibus. Young Avengers. So I love this run. This is one of my favorite runs of all time. I'm surprised we didn't get an omnibus of this already. We have the follow-up omnibus. But this is Alan Heinberg and Jimmy Chung's book. So collecting, I would collect all 12 issues of the original run, the special, Civil War, Young Avengers, and Runaways 1 through 4, Secret Invaders, yeah, that's right, Secret Invasion, Runaways, and Young Avengers 1 through 3, Young Avengers Presents 1 through 6, Dark Reign, Young Avengers 1 through 5, Siege, Young Avengers, and Avengers the Children's Crusade 1 through 9, which is the follow-up series to that. That's what I would include in there. Number 13, Black Panther by Christopher Priest. I absolutely love this run. It's very, very awesome. Surprised we didn't get an omnibus with the movie that came out last year. So who knows, maybe in the future, maybe for Black Panther 2. I'm surprised we didn't get his run or Reggie Hudlin's run. But anyway, probably 2 Omnis, realistically speaking. Collecting issues 1 through 62, and then Deadpool 44, which is the crossover event. Kind of cheating, but who cares? Avengers, the Initiative, kicking off with that, and then Avengers Academy. So I would collect all of Avengers Initiative into 1 omnibus. This is the Dan Slott and Christos Gage run with Mike McKone on art. Very underrated. I cannot suggest these books enough to people. They are wonderful, with just some great new characters that appear in them. So I would collect Avengers The Initiative 1 through 35, annual number 1, the special with Reptile, and then in the second omnibus, Avengers Academy, I would collect Avengers Academy 1 through 39, 14.1, the giant size issue, and then some material from the Heroic Age, the Enter the Heroic Age, I think it was called. And that is number 12. Number 11, last one on our list for part 1. And we'll talk about part 2 another day. Spider-Man 2099 by Peter David. It's not the last time you're going to see his name on this list. Also, not the first time you saw it, because we talked about Captain Marvel. So, collecting Spider-Man 2099, 90 series, probably one of my favorite 2099 series. It's the story of Miguel, the new Spider-Man in the year 2099. Most of the art was done by, the earlier art was done by Rick Leonardi. So I would collect issues 1 through 46, annual number 1, Ravage number 2099 number 15, X-Men 2099 number 5, Doom 2099 number 14, and Punisher 2099 number 13. And also throw in the 2099 Special Spider-Man in there. And that's what I would collect in that run. And that's it. That's my part 1 of my top 20 most wanted Marvel omnibuses. Part 2 should be coming out in a day or 2. And yeah, this is my part 1. So don't be too hard on me, because I still have another 10 to make it up to you in case I left something out and you're asking, why the hell would he include Sleepwalker and Darkhawk? Well, this is my personal list. You guys are more than welcome to comment down below and let me know what you would have put it in your top 20, like from number 20 to 11. Let's do that, and then maybe in the other video comment from number 10 to 1. So this is a countdown. So join me for next time. This was Omar. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you like their content. Don't forget to check out our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and that's at NearMintCon. And we're also have a Patreon, so if you feel like supporting the channel, if you enjoy our content, please check us out. And remember, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint. Strider, you want to stay here? Welcome back, Minties, to another episode of Near Mint Condition. Today, I am going to talk about my top 20 most wanted omnibus from Marvel Comics. Really quick, though, this list will not contain any X titles. I'm going to make that a separate list. You're leaving me, dude? Seriously? That's my dog, Strider. He's taking off, apparently. Also, no, do that again. No dog. That sucks.